Let's start with a question for entire panel. India's infrastructure growth demands both speed and green sourcing. How can project and procurement leaders simultaneously address this speed versus sustainability challenge to maintain project timelines while ensuring ESG requirements? Let's start with Mr. Janardhan Reddy.
Thank you, Mahesh. By adopting data-driven procurement, leaders can evaluate equipment availability, efficiency, and emission standards instantly. Digitally visible and life cycle based selection of the equipment sourcing and optimized logistics allow teams to meet the timelines while choosing greener options. Like if you want to get any equipment for your project, and through your known circle you get to know that it is, let's say you require at Bangalore, and through your known circle you get to know that the equipment is at Hyderabad. So it requires around 550 to 600 kilometers travel to source the equipment to your project site. Yes, with the platforms, advanced platforms to source the equipment, we can source locally with the understanding of available resources locally. Once again, sustainability, when backed by data, actually improves speed rather than slowing it down. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, Rajiv, sir, you want to add something?
Uh, whatever Mr. Janardhan has said, I'm going to add some few points, although he has covered, like promoting green finance through the PPP models in a way that channeling private investments into sustainable infrastructure. That's also another part is that localized material and energy. Uh, because my answer is very much pertains to the steel and other important requirements of the project. The localized material energy means using indigenous renewable energy and low emission material to reduce import dependency and also the carbon intensity. Another last but not the least is the capacity build and reform regulation, ensuring the state and the local bodies have clear guidance to align rapid development with sustainability. That's all from my side.
Thank you, sir, for explaining that. Mr. Arun Babu, can we have your take on this?
Yes, I already explained this one, like sustainability and the usage of steel and then these things. Actually, even though it perception as the cost, cost is more, but rather than concentrating on initial investment, we should drive these initiatives through life cycle cost analysis, so that procurement can be easy and then competition can be driven on the higher side, where a low cost player can be eliminated, and a long sustainable benefits can be brought through smart procurement system. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Mandal, you want to add something?
So I would, give a different perspective to the point which was made by Mr. Babu, and it is very important point. So while government is coming up with various measures, there is a green steel and government is coming up with green procurement policy for projects. In terms of private sector, I believe it is the intent which matters, and policies are there to support it. Only question is which Mr. Babu raised is the cost, and procuring through a life cycle analysis way, that is looking at the total cost of ownership, is the way for a project procurement person to address this need. We have means and methodologies to create a pool of suppliers who are green certified. We can ensure that the entire supply chain is green, and most importantly, through life cycle analysis help in keeping the cost under control. So means are available. Cost can be put under control through various means, digital sourcing, life cycle analysis. Mr. Reddy talked about procurement through marketplaces, reusing used machines. Various means are available. It is the intent where to start. That is more important for me, and I think now it is going to happen. We have been discussing this subject for last almost 2 3 years. Now with the government taking the leadership role, this is going to happen.
Thank you, sir. So let's move to some targeted question for each of you. We have some question from the delegate side. So this question is for panelists from stainless steel sector. Given the rising adoption of aluminum and aluminum composite material in sectors like retail and infrastructure, how does the stainless steel industry view and counter this competitive threat to its consumption base? So, Rajiv sir,
Yeah.
let me start from you.
Yeah. I would like to answer this question because all along I was in steel only, and we have come across this type of comparison between steel and the composite aluminum material. Okay, aluminum has certain advantages over steel. There is no doubt about it. But uses in long terms, one has to see 3 4 aspects to it. The first one is the cost. Second one is the development which is being taking place in case of stainless steel and steel is very high compared to aluminum. As far as the giga steel is concerned, where the tensile strength is very, very high, which are being used for the new generation vehicles, new generation railway coaches, and things like that. There should be a real comparison between aluminum and stainless steel. And the empirical data says that stainless steel gives more strength compared to aluminum. The second part comes about the cost. If you see the cost or the price, and you'll find that the aluminum works out to be costlier than stainless steel, especially the composite aluminum and the aluminum which are for the very critical application. And the third part is the service life. That comparison has to be made, that in case of stainless steel, generally it is up to 100 years. Whether in case of aluminum is going to be 100 years or more than 100 years, it is really debatable. And as far as uses of aluminum is concerned in the railways, which the audience or the participant has mentioned, it is more in case of stainless steel as compared to aluminum. Thank you very much. I don't know whether my answer would satisfy the audience in that regard. And if he has something more, he can put it here in the question answer session.
Sure.
Maybe it will be a addition of my knowledge of aluminum with respect to steel.
Thank you, sir, for elaborating on that. Let's move on to next question. I think Mr. Janardhan Reddy already answered this. Still, if you could elaborate on this for our viewers, it will be great. What role can digital procurement platform play in improving transparency, sustainability, cost efficiency, and vendor performance?
See, digital procurement, it's not just the procurement, just procuring has been done traditionally, and it is the tech added to the procurement is not adding more gameplay in that, but the process automation, where you get to know about each and every factors like dynamic pricing, availability, emission levels, if you want to consider about like what is the model of the equipment, what is the make of the equipment, how they are how they are managed, and what is the fuel consumption of the equipment. That can be very much predetermined factors that can be stored in the platforms. So the digital sourcing can handle large data about any of the materials, maybe like uh, the specifications, the factors of usage, everything. So you can choose more fuel efficient uh, options, and the better vendors who provide good quality, compliant equipment, and who focus on sustainable practices like lesser fuel consumption, lesser consumables, lesser lubricants consumption, with the optimal usage of the equipments and higher efficiency of the equipments. Like so, lower the efficiency is more the uh, carbon emissions, because the usage of the equipment increases more and more. So if we do higher efficient work usage, and the sustainability factor is addressed in that factor in the construction equipment supply industry.
Thank you, sir,
You,
for the
Mahesh.
detailed
Yeah,
response.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Baboo, sir, you were talking about skilling of laborers. Do ULCCS have any such initiatives for laborers?
Yeah, we have a institute of training and training for the construction laborers and engineers. We run that, and through which we assess the gap between the practicality and knowledge, or theory, and then the gap has been filled by giving them proper training and certification also. So we do such initiatives based in classroom based also in the project site. We have around 600 construction sites where this regular auditing and gap finding exercise has been carried out. But the major concern is now youngsters are not much interested in construction work. That is the main challenge we face. So we are trying to like present these jobs in a different manner which will be attractive to them, as well as rather than like again going labor intensive work. We are trying to shift to the greener technologies, including precast and prefabricated, where the labor concentrational labor will be much lesser and the time can be reduced, which is again contributing to the sustainability. So that is what it is. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Babu, sir. And thank you to all our esteemed panelists for this enriching discussion. Your insights provide a clear roadmap for achieving accelerated development while maintaining a commitment to our net zero future. I will now turn it over to Asta for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Mahesh. On behalf of B2B Purchase Magazine, I extended our sincere gratitude to our speakers for their valuable contribution. Your expertise has truly illuminated the path towards a future where our infrastructure is both rapidly developed and fundamentally sustainable. A special thanks to our attendees for your active participation and insightful questions. We hope this webinar has provided you with the actionable ideas for your projects. Stay connected with us for our future events. B2B Purchase Magazine is available on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Until then, thank you and goodbye.